Hi there, and welcome to another edition here on Busternet. These are the adventures of Gloucester City. And no, your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. There you go, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Swansea. Yes, Gloucester City are in the Premiership. We finished last season in second place. We couldn't do enough to catch Aston Villa, they were just too good. But we were good enough to open up quite a gap between ourselves and the rest of the table. And as it turned out, Huddersfield, QPR, Crystal Palace, and Brighton went on for the playoffs. Eventually, Crystal Palace, well, they are in the championship. They are, well, last season was quite a season. We finished second behind Aston Villa, who got promoted as champions, and Crystal Palace. They made it all the way to the playoffs, and they beat Brighton in the final 4-2, earning the third spot in the Premiership. So there we are. The three of us are the new members of the Premier Division, and it's going to be quite a Premier Division as well. We haven't played our first game. We're going to be playing against Watford next, and Watford they didn't do too badly last season as well. Last season, Watford finished seventh. So we are gonna have a very tough match against a team that finished in one of the top 10 spots. 57 points still suggests that we might have a chance to take them on. They lost 15 games last season. They lost to teams like Hull City, Middlesbrough, Stoke City, Newcastle, who ended up being relegated. So there is a chance. We have to be positive financially. Well, we were given a £3 million budget, and 3 million doesn't get you a lot of players. You have to be realistic. You can't just go out there and just purchase all the players that you want. We ended up having to go into the transfer market and depend a lot on our free signings. We have this chap came in, Mark McNulty, on a free, and I'm excited because I got finishing 15. One player has got finishing 15, and we also managed to we spent quite a fair bit on Rory Donnelly because we wanted a second striker, but I wanted a second striker who could also play as an AMR. So he can play as an AMR. He has some acceleration. He can dribble. He can finish. He will be playing on the right side, and at the back we got a few fullbacks. We've got Andy Cannon who can play as a fullback as a central midfielder. Although I'm a bit more concerned about him being a central midfielder, so I probably want him to be a fullback. Then we've got Callum Cranen, defender wing back, and Joe Mattock, another left back, and Roberto Olmedo. Now, this person, he is actually formerly of, let me see, Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal wanted to sell him off, and I looked at him and I went, well, he's better than nearly the whole team, so our whole team, so we took him. Luke Hyam, he's gonna slot in directly into the center of midfield. He's not particularly fast. If you notice something about my team, they all have determination. So I need fighters. So Mike McNulty, Donald McCallum, well, we know who he is. He helped score 26 goals for us last season and helped us get promoted. And Jack Ruddy, he's going to be an extra goalkeeper for us. The squad as it stands right now, we have a few players. I don't think they will be featuring in the. They won't be featuring, I guess. Joe Hardy. I'm gonna squad moving to the under 23s. Anton Rogers, 28 years old. I don't see him having a future, so he's got a year left on his contract. Arthur Worry, I'm worried. He's already injured. 2 weeks to go. And James Aspinall, thank God I went and actually got another goalkeeper. He's injured as well for 3 to 4 weeks. Jack Finch, I sang a lot of praises about this player last season. He was central to our promotion push. In fact, I think without Jack Finch in the side, we would not have been promoted. That's how good he was for us last season. Um, he didn't really show in the player ratings, and he didn't really show in a lot of other stuff. But during transitions, I was observing Jack Finch would always be in the right place at the right time, or doggedly trying to get there and closing down channels. So Jack Finch, he's gonna stay. Dick Steele, I don't know about this guy. I love his name, but does he have a future? Remains to be seen. And then we got Michael Kennedy and Flanagan. Well, our two fullbacks, they're just average. So we've got other fullbacks in. And you notice one thing, I haven't got a new defender yet. So central defenders, we're going to use the same central defenders that got us promoted last season. Unfortunately for us, Worry is injured. So we're going to have to depend on Will de Havilland. So that means for the next couple of weeks, we don't have tall, strong in the air. Yep, he's out for 2 weeks. So it's going to be really tough. I am planning to bring in at least one more defensive midfielder. Hopefully, we can get one more in, and then probably another central defender. So we are on the lookout for a central defender and a defensive midfielder, and that will seal our players in the team. And we're scouting around looking for a new defensive midfielder, and most of the defensive midfielders, well, they don't want to come. They just look at my club and they go like, every single central midfielder I'm interested in has got a minimum release clause of 1 point something million. I'm like going, dude, I don't need to come in December. You decide to bugger off, so I'm not going to sign any of them. So I'm only signing players who have the potential to be loyal. So Hamza Chowdhury, who can actually come to us from Blackburn, he wants like he's in playing in Championship and he wants an exit clause of 1.2 million. I'm like, bugger off, man. I can't be bothered. So we're still scouting players, and I am gonna have to settle on somebody. Even it might even be this guy, Romain Saiz. Now I don't see all his attributes right now at the moment. Okay, the ones this is what I do when I'm in desperate need of getting 11 players ready for the season. I actually look at the ranges. Now here there are clear ones that you know already. Like for example, work rate and teamwork. We know he's in that ballpark where I'm very happy with. Like teamwork 14, work rate 15. His determination is between 14 and 16. Already in that category, he's a done deal for most of my other signings. Then I'm looking at his first touch, 13. That's pretty good. Composure of 14 to 16. As a defensive midfielder, concentration 12 to 15. Decisions 12 to 14. I mean, what else do you want? Passing 12. Okay, that's all right. I mean, we don't expect all defensive midfielders to pass like demigods, but Roman size, based on those numbers alone, we're making an offer. And you better come because you're currently playing for somebody who is probably in the championship. Yes, he's playing for Huddersfield. We're basically going to all these championship clubs and just ripping players away from them, and we're just loading our club with players like that. Now then after that we'll go. I'm only doing this right now because I wanted to share this with you guys as well because I wanna show you what I actually do because sometimes you don't get a lot of good players coming through. And so I focus on something that's lacking in my side. So right now we have central defenders I need, right? And the most important criteria for my central defenders is I need them to have height at the back so that they can challenge for the ball. I don't want short fellas in the team. I mean, already got a few shorties in my team who can barely jump. One of them is probably smelling the armpits of Macaulay Bone half the time in training sessions. So we don't want him to join Dick Steele and Bone and Hardy in a smelling competition. So here we go. Who else can we pick? We've got this is not bad. Unfortunately, valued at 3.3. So what do? We go to value and then we make ourselves depressed even more. All right, we reduce it to about 875,000. Let's be realistic. Again, 1 million, they're not gonna come because you'll end up begging the clubs and they'll go like, oh God, we're not gonna sell him to you. Okay, so here we go. We've got one player called Cheyenne Dunkley. Now, okay, this is another thing about me, which is really strange. Based on the name, I'll probably sign the player because his name is Cheyenne Dunkley. I mean, what a combination of names here. One, he's a red Indian, and the other one, he likes to play basketball. So, yeah, Dunkley. Cheyenne. Stupid, I know, but hell, man. Seriously, sometimes you got to have some imagination. So here we go. I'm seriously gonna sign this chap. We'll play yes, we'll play you in that role because I don't see you playing any other position. Yes, finalize the promises. Yeah, I just did that. You have just seen it right now. Cheyenne Dunkley, simply because of his name and his jumping reach and his tackling and his marking. Yes, I saw that all in a few seconds. I had his name on. I swear to God, I did. Okay, the determination 60. What else do you want? So he's just a good old fashioned central defender. Okay, let's go and get one more fella in. Okay, all right. We got Matty Pearson, 12. Forget it. Curtis Nelson, aggression. Unfortunately, his aggression is 18. That scares me. Thing about me as well is the moment I see really high levels of aggression combined with low levels of anticipation, what does that tell you? It says one thing. He can't anticipate, and probably when he gets there, he's probably going to kill someone because he made a mistake. So thank you, but no thanks. Then we got Jean Yi. Okay, I can't pronounce his name. All right, so whatever his name is, he's slow. Acceleration 9. So we thank you for your attention. Oh, we forgot to check Cheyenne Dunkley 11. Okay, all right. Angus McDonald now. Angus steak is pretty good this time of the year. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't sign him based on Angus steak, so he's not good enough. Bevi Mugabe. If there were a bunch of physiotherapists who are female running around in my club, then a bevy of women it will be. But let's look at him now. No, thank you. He obviously has no experience with a bevy of women. Okay, that's it. So we've decided on Cheyenne Dunkley. There you go. We're going to be playing the 4-5-1 against Watford, and I'm fully expecting Watford to hammer the living daylights out of us for pretending to be worthy of playing in the highest league in the land. Watford finished seventh and last season, so they are definitely going to be a tough team for us to face in our very first game. Thank goodness we don't have to play the defending champions, and I suspect this match will be over as quickly as it starts. And we are going to make some changes based on the fact that I know my team isn't that good. So we're not going to play on a very high defensive line. We're just going to see how the game pans out. McNulty to Hyam to Baldy, Baldy to Mattock, Mattock to Olmeda to Bone. Bone cuts inside, does well, gets it off to Hanks. That's all I need to see from them. Donnelly to Cannon. As long as they keep playing simple football, we should be fine. The moment they try to be too ambitious, we have a problem. Cannon with a first time cross, Zoet into the hands of the keeper. Oh, so far I haven't seen much yet. Fujini to Classy, that's it. Jordi Classy's shot is blocked by the defenders. Watford win the corner. We have our first set piece to defend, and I just made a mistake. All right, set piece takers. First up, we got Jordan Hanks, Jordan Hanks, Jordan Hanks, Jordan Hanks. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is the corners. When we defend our set pieces, I have a striker here, so we want um. This is okay. To defend, I don't mind having a striker there because the striker is gonna bomb off this way. But we can, yeah, I'll leave it this way. For my attacking routines, I have a striker here. This is not good. I'd rather have the AMR here and the striker here. Left, the strike AMR and the striker. Okay. So we make a slight change to our routines. All right, here we go. Defending the corner, Adam Lalek, Baldy does well. Puts it out for another corner. And it's not worth a highlight. There's even better news for us. McNulty offside. Good news. Hangs with the ball to Almedo. Almedo come onto space of Bone. Bone cap. Play the pass, Bone. McNulty shoots and forces a save from Zoet, the keeper. Ooh, that was so close. Gloucester almost getting off to a perfect start. Hangs with the corner now. Into the Baldy. They couldn't get to this. We don't have Arthur Worry and we only have De Havilland. So hopefully we get another good jumper to take corners. Jalik, Baldy to Olmedo. Olmedo can't get to the ball in time. And Kato's safe hands, the ball enters. All right, Kato. To Matok, to Bone. There's one difference between Sari's system and my system. Sari plays the ball to his defenders. I don't because we're not good enough. So I have to play the ball to my fullbacks. And Baldy reads that really well. De Havilland to Olmedo. Olmedo, what can he do? He brings the ball up. Bone plays it inside, gets it to Hyam. Hyam to Hanks to McNulty turns. McNulty looks for a chance to shoot, and Zoyet makes a save. This is where I'm worried because if we cannot win the if we lose the ball in dangerous areas, we have to win the ball back. If we can't, then we're in a world of hurt. Olmedo back to Hanks. Hanks out to Bone. Bone checks back. Plays it back to Hyam. We're not playing work ball into box either. Olmedo, please, boys, don't scare the shit out of me. Hanks. They clear the danger. And this is dangerous, but Baldy gets to it first. Alright, okay. 56% Watford. Well, they have another corner. Pereira into the air. Three players. De Havilland clears that. Olmedo now has a chance to start something. He plays the ball into space for Donnelly to chase. Shevchenko plays it back to the keeper. Big boot up. This should be De Havilland's. Yes, it is. But now they've pushed up their defensive line. And I can see that because right now we are being forced to chase back the second ball. Kato to De Havilland. De Havilland will play back to the keeper. Zoet again with a long goal kick. Goes up. Matok. Cathcart. Fujini. Edge. Now to Pereira. The boys are trying to close down the passing lanes. That's very obvious to me, but it's not easy against a team like Watford. I don't believe I'm saying that, but it's so true. We're 5 years into the future. Watford have turned into a team that's chasing a Champions League spot. Matok. I haven't made any changes because it's still a 50-50 game, and my players are actually playing pretty well, all things considered. And this is where I get scared. Kramaric and Hanks comes in to break up the play, and Donnelly wins the. No, it doesn't. Donnelly did not win the ball. Adam Lalek, the former Torino player, the one I said was not good enough for my side. Baldy hangs again. And McNulty gets it. Olmedo. Right, Olmedo back to Hyam to Hanks. They try to play into space for McNulty, and Olmedo picks this up. The Our former Arsenal player deemed surplus requirements. We picked him up for a bargain. Bone takes a shot, and we're hoping that he's good enough for us because in my from my point of view, anybody surplus to requirements for clubs like Arsenal, United, Spurs, City, Liverpool, good enough for us. Jordi Classy to AJ. And now to Pereira. Oh, he's plays full genie. This is dangerous. They've got Asalam Bolonga, but he can't make that header count. Pereira looks for opportunities, gets it to AJ. There are two players in there. Cathcart now forced to play the ball to Kramaric, which is actually a good pass. Asalam Bolonga is in space now. Shoots, but it's a difficult opportunity. Gloucester defend well. They've gone to an attacking 4-4-2. They've been playing well. All right. Calmly tell the boys they can still win. They've been playing well. Asalam Bolonga to Ajay to Cathcart to Shwashenko. They've changed to a 4-4-2 DM. Or is yeah, 4-2-2-2-2-2-2 DM. I don't like this system at all. It's gonna draw me in and it's gonna hit me on the counter, so I've got to be very careful. I still like the way we have support for each other. So Donnelly with the ball, and one of our players has already taken a knock. Hanks out wide to Cannon. Cannons it to Hanks. Mattock with the ball. Crosses it, Bone, and he hits the upright. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That hit the upright. And Roberto Olmedo is at 60%. What happened to him? He must have taken a knock in this game. Rory Doyle 6.4, Mark McNulty is 6. Okay, we're going to make our first change. We're going to take McNulty off and bring on McCallum. Hewitt on, replacing Olmedo. And Mattock wins the ball. Gets it into space for McCallum. McCallum shoots. I don't believe it. If McCallum has scored from that, then I would have been scolding myself for not feeling him earlier. Hewitt with a free kick. Oh, it hits the Oh, okay. All right. We get a corner. The boys aren't playing badly. We are doing okay. Hanks to Donnelly, back to Hanks into the box. He goes McCallum rising up, and they will have to chase this down. Hewitt, please win the ball. Thank you. Crosses it. McCallum, I don't believe it. No. Bone. Yes. Gloucester. I don't believe it. The old boys. The old boys have come together for a goal. My hand shot up. I was hoping McCallum was going to score, but the keeper committed himself. Hewitt with a cross to McCallum, and the keeper was out of position. And Bo just went there. Okay, okay, hold on. I can't miss this from here. Okay, he doesn't, and he puts us in the lead. Okay, now my hands are shaking. Joe Hanks with a free kick. It's wild. We've got 10 minutes now. What do? We retain possession first up. Okay, that's the first shot we do. We already made two of our substitutions, and we can expect the inevitable backlash. And I'm fully expecting us to concede goals. Okay, corner to defend with about 15 minutes to go. Okay, who is here? We got Donnelly there. That's good. Kato gets to this. Okay, Kato. I'm nervous right now because I do not know what to say. We scored a very fortuitous goal, but we seem to be doing a lot of pressure. It is a second goal, Joe Hanks. It's two. Gloucester 2, Watford nil. What a start Joe Hanks has given us. I mean, what a yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Joe Hanks has doubled the lead. Oh, this is Hewitt now with a free kick. If he scores, then it's gonna be crazy because now with 10 minutes to go, and Gloucester just need to hold on to the lead. What do we do? Okay, we are definitely going to not work ball into box. There's no way I'm gonna do that. But we're gonna ride defense now. Donald McCallum has earned his spot in the next game, and the next game is gonna be against Manchester City. The ball goes up in the air, is another corner. Hewitt goes back. Hewitt looks around. What Hewitt may even get a call for the next match too. Donnelly, McCallum shoots and it rocks the up crossbar. McCallum is in the mood. He's got 27 goals for us last season, and he's playing well. Kramaric, there's 8 minutes. We don't better not get too excited, boys. We could easily concede two goals in like 10 seconds. Pereira into space, and yes, that's the first of the two goals that we're going to concede in the next 10 seconds. Louis Bevan, all right. We got 2 minutes. That's all right. What we're gonna do now? We're gonna go to Da Funk. Everybody come back and defend. Got Hyam, Hewitt. Okay. We're gonna have a fullback on attack. We're gonna have a fullback on attack. McCallum will be an advanced forward on attack, and this is the formation that we're gonna use for the last few minutes of the game. De Havilland out to Mattock. Mattock to Hanks. Hanks to Donnelly. Donnelly back to Hyam. Now to Hanks. Hanks to McCallum. McCallum loses the ball. Class C now. And this is dangerous. Kramaric. Oh, we escape. Okay, we got a few more minutes left on the clock. Kato with the ball. Plays it out to Cannon. Cannon plays it to Hanks. Hanks tries to release it, but we get a throw in a dangerous area. Um, Emerson, Pasalic to Bevan to Classy. The boys have to get back now. They do. Baldy to De Havilland. And there's not much time. Havilland to Hyam. Hyam to Hanks. Come on, rap, blow the whistle for God's sakes. Hyam to Hanks. Thank you, boys. To Donnelly. I don't believe Shachenko. Get to this. Baldy. Yes. Gloucester 2. Watford 1. What a start to our journey in the Premiership. We have done it. We have done it. We have done it, but we played quite well actually. Look at 22 shots on goal, seven on target. We actually created some really good chances. And if you were to look at the analysis, I don't, in terms of heat maps and stuff, yeah, we did okay, I guess. I mean, I won't be too surprised if you said, oh, our heat map wasn't that bad either. Watford, a disjointed game. Our key pass combinations were good. We kept the ball really well for the match. Our ball retention in the final third was pretty good. I liked it. Interceptions, committed, we defended well. As you can see, our interceptions were all in our third. We broke up. We actually broke up a lot of their play, their transitions in the what I would call the. I done a video on this. Uh, I've divided transitions into six phases. So there's a midfield phase that you got to worry about. It's called where they have two transitions there, the consolidation phase as well as the penetration phase. So we actually broke them up during the penetration phase when they're trying to launch their attacks, which is kind of cool. And we've done enough. We've done enough to give ourselves the early win. And there you go, Gloucester. I'm so excited. I don't know what to say. Gloucester joined the ranks of Chelsea and Swansea with a 2-1 win at the start of the season. Other teams that have started off well include Man City and West Brom. Look at that, West Brom had a phenomenal start to the season. And what about our fellow promotion sides? We've got Crystal Palace. They've lost the opening game, and the other team would be Aston Villa, who drew the opening match. Well, this was quite a result for us. 2-1 win over Watford. We've got off to a good start. And I was still a bit concerned because we don't really have all the players that we need. And if I were to look at just let's just take a look at Watford, right? Or other sides that have got promoted. Aston Villa, they've gotten promoted. They've signed three players on loan, and they've got pretty good players as well. Chelsea, they've got a loan player from Arsenal. They've got one Louis Insah from Valencia. These are fantastic players that they managed to get on loan, and we really need to go out there and get some players ourselves. I'd like to thank all my patrons for continuing to support this channel. Thank you very much. I don't know what to call this show anymore. It's no longer the LLM Safe. It's now Gloucester City on a dreamy state. I don't know what I can think of. And there's going to be so many shows that I want to cover, but I don't think I can cover all of them. As usual, I'm going to keep these 10 episodes as far as I can. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can always look me on Twitter at Busternet or addicted2fm.com. That's my website. If you want to find out how you can support this channel, please visit www.patron.com/Busternet and become a member of the Discord chat that goes on. We talk about tactics, we talk about all kinds of stuff, and there's a lot of cool exclusive content available too. So once again, thank you for supporting this channel. You guys take care. I'll catch up with you guys again soon. Have a good one.